Dear students, see the next one from 11th standard, motion in a plane chapter. Then one important and basic topic, that is resolution of vector. So, if you observe the meaning for that resolution, we can say in different way. So we can get some clarity. Resolution means we can get some clarity. So what we are going to clarify here, we have to clarify about the vectors. So that vectors, so see that as a definition I wrote here, the splitting of vector into two or more vector is called resolution. Okay, say for example, now I will take one particle. Let us imagine this is one particle. Let us imagine as a particle. Okay. Now this particle travel in this direction. Okay. Or otherwise I will throw this ball in this way. So if you observe the path of the particle, now let us imagine it is like a parabola. Okay. It is like a curve, It is like a parabola. So if you observe that this particle, we can say this is, it is the x-axis, it is, y-axis, then this one, z-axis. Okay. So this path I can identify with the help of the three position. One is x, y and z. Say for example, this is like one hall or otherwise the room and something. Okay. So in this room, okay, so this is the length of the room, this is the breadth of the room, this is the height of the room. So now let us imagine it is like a 3-dimension. Okay, it is like a 3-dimension picture. See that this is like a 3-dimension picture. So in this 3-dimension picture, let us imagine this particle is here. Okay, this particle is here. So now this particle is here. From x-axis how much distance, from y-axis how much distance, and from z-axis how much distance. Okay, so we know that is like from the origin how much distance also we calculated in the point of reference. You remember that point of reference? Like that. Here, if the object is moving, okay, here the two components are there. Okay, one is based on the x-axis, another one is y-axis. That is two components vector. Suppose if you consider x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, that is three components vector. Okay. For example, I will throw this object. What is the velocity of the object? In the velocity object is what? V. Okay. I throw this object. Now the object is here. Okay. The velocity of the object, generally this velocity of the object is what? V. In x-axis what velocity? That is Vx. In y-axis what velocity? That is Vy. In z-axis what velocity? That is Vz. So this is like a component. If you consider only xy, that is two components. Okay, not only xy. If you consider v and z, that is also two component. If you consider y and z, that is also two component. Or if you consider these three, that is three component. Okay, so this is like as, see that x, y, z. This is like if it is like a cube or otherwise cuboid, that is rectangular. So we called as that is rectangular components. Why we called as rectangular components means this x-axis and y-axis and z-axis are mutually perpendicular to each other. That is very important point. Okay, so it is called as rectangular components. If I consider only that xy plane, that is two rectangular components. Suppose if I consider x, y, z, that is three rectangular components. So that only we are going to discuss in this video. So for your convenience, I write as a, what is that, definition. Please see that the splitting of vectors into two or more vectors is called resolution. Okay, right. Next, see that. So the vectors into which a given vector is splitted is called, that is, component vector. That only, that is x component, y component, z component. In particular axis or in particular direction, how it will be vary. Okay, right. So see that this is the rectangular resolution. So please see that if the components vector are mutually perpendicular to each other, okay, so then we call as, that is, rectangular resolution, perpendicular each other. See that this is like a cube or this is like a cuboid. Okay, so we call as, that word is rectangular resolution. But rectangular means here mutually perpendicular to each other will come. Then resolution means we can splitting the vector. That's all. So this is two types. That one is two rectangular components. Another one is three rectangular components. So how to find the magnitude? I am going to explain one by one. Okay.